everybody and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I have another art supply haul for you guys. I'm almost embarrassed to say that because I've been doing a lot of haul videos lately on this channel and yeah, but you guys do seem to enjoy these videos, so I figured I'd go ahead and film it. So all this stuff I picked up from Blick Art Materials, so dickblick.com, but I don't think hardly any of it, well, just a few items are exclusive to Blick, and I'll point that out as we go along. So the very first thing that I picked up that I want to talk about is right in front of me. These are the Strathmore mixed media art journals, and if you saw my last video, which I did a review on the Winsor & Newton watercolor markers, the new Pro Marker watercolor markers, and I'll link that up if you guys are interested, but I actually did do a couple of sketches in these already because I couldn't wait to break into them. Just before I film the haul video, I just want to go ahead and work on them. And I painted this sweet little blue jay using the Winsor & Newton watercolor markers and some inks. And some white gouache. I think I used even a little colored pencil. I mean, it's mixed media, so I felt very free to do whatever I wanted, and I like the way that came out. I am going to be doing a full review on these mixed media papers and art journal, sketchbook, whatever you want to call it, so be sure to stay tuned to the channel for that. But I got this one in the 5.5 by 8.5 size because I thought that would just be a nice small size to take with me or just to do tiny little sketches or studies in. The reason that these caught my attention was because I'm very familiar with the Strathmore papers. I've tried many of them, and I'm very familiar with their art journals, but almost all of them, and I think all of them except for this one, is their 400 series paper, which is their student grade paper. And that might not matter to you. A lot of the time, if it's just going to be in a sketchbook, it probably doesn't matter. But the 500 series is their premium excellent paper. It's 100% cotton, acid-free, and archival quality. And why I really liked the idea of that was because if I really enjoyed something that I made with it, or if a fan of my art had seen something and had wanted to purchase it, I could then remove it very neatly with an X-Acto blade, you know, cut it out very clean and neat, and then still sell my work because everything here would be archival. So here I did a little sketch of some macarons on this paper. This is the 8.5 by 11. I thought this would be a great studio sketchbook. And same thing, I used the Winsor & Newton watercolor markers, some gouache, I think, yeah, so it was watercolor and gouache, and I actually filmed a tutorial on this. It was not up yet, but it will be uploading soon to the channel, so subscribe so you won't miss that. And I think it's so spring and so cute and happy and colorful, and I'm really happy with how these came out. But like I said, I'm really going to put this paper through the paces with both dry and wet media, and I will get back to you guys on a review, but so far I'm enjoying them. But I have noticed that they call it a durable vellum surface, and I think it is pretty durable for dry media, but when the paper's wet, it is susceptible to damage, so I did want to let you guys know that. But it says this professional quality paper is internally sized for wet media with a durable vellum finish, suitable for drawing techniques, excellent for watercolor, gouache, acrylic, graphite, pen and ink, colored pencil, marker, pastel, and collage. I wouldn't say it's excellent for pastel. It's not gonna come close to what a pastel matte paper could do. So I'm just gonna go ahead and be real honest there about that. Alright, so the very next thing that I picked up, and I'm incredibly excited about these, I picked up the M. Graham's gouache paints because I picked up 12 of their colors, and the reason that I wanted to try M. Graham's, well, first off, I had a couple subscribers leave very nice comments and were suggesting or requesting that I do a video on M. Graham's gouache, a review, which I will be doing a full review on M. Graham's gouache coming soon in the future. And I'm also going to do a video setting up my palette of gouache and doing some first impressions, so that'll probably be uploaded the very next video, if not the video after that. So be sure to subscribe so you won't miss that. But one of the big selling points on the M. Graham gouache that I was excited about was that, like their watercolors, they use honey as one of the binders or ingredients in their mix, so they're supposed to re-wet very, very good. I had previously been using the Winsor & Newton Designer Gouache, and here are the swatches. I had got like that introductory 6 color set, so it was like 5 colors and a white. And yeah, don't mind all this. I don't know what I was doing. I was just testing it and playing around with it. But the thing that I didn't love about the Winsor & Newton Designer Gouache, although I have to say those colors are so bright and vibrant and very opaque. They have a completely unique formula in my opinion. The thing I didn't love about them is that you definitely couldn't palette their colors. They would, and that's not anything wrong with Winsor & Newton, but that's just kind of typical with gouache, is that if you left it to dry in a palette, it would get crumbly and crack and fall out, and it would just, I didn't have good success with that. Now you could add some honey or glycerin or something and get around that issue, but you know, they're just better used fresh from the tube, I think. The other thing is that, and you won't be able to see on camera, but there was a slight sheen to some of the colors, like the primary blue and the permanent mid green in mass concentration had a shine, like a gloss, like a gum arabic gloss to them that I didn't love, but the other colors didn't have it. But I still have a good opinion of Winsor & Newton Designer Gouache, and I likely will repurchase it sometime in the future. But the thing about the Graham gouache is that it's supposed to be better for paleting because you can re-wet it. I don't like to work fresh from the tube a lot of the time. I find it really inconvenient and just messy overall. So the colors that I picked up were Azo Yellow, Gouache, Naphtha Red, Pyrrole Red, which I'm a little disappointed because I own almost every single color in their watercolor line. I'm a huge fan of M. Graham. Their watercolors, color for color, have more pigment than any other brand. And I just get the best result when I work with M. Graham's watercolors. Well, their Pyrrole Red is a single pigment color in their watercolor, but the gouache is not. It's a mix of Pyrrole Red, which is PR254, and PR209. Now, it's still a light fast of 1, but, you know, I would have never even thought to check to see if it was single pigment because I just trusted it would be, but it's not. Now, the Azo Yellow, I have to tell you guys, this is my favorite yellow from M. Graham, no matter what you're getting, whether it's watercolor, gouache, acrylic, whatever. Their Azo Yellow, which is PY151 and apparently now requires the Prop 65 warning. It never did before. They're calling it Spectrum Yellow, and it's the most clear, kind of cool leaning primary yellow that you'll find. It's the coolest leaning yellow that you'll find without being green. Like PY3 Hansa Yellow Light has that greenish dirty tinge to it that I don't like. This is more of like a cadmium yellow pale replacement. So oh yeah, okay, so I picked up the Azo Yellow, the Gouache, Naphtha Red, Pyrrole Red, Quinacridone Rose, Quinacridone Violet, which is one of my favorite colors in the watercolor, Dioxazine Purple, Ultramarine Blue, you know I had to have that, Phthalo Blue, Sap Green, Yellow Ochre, and Burnt Sienna. So I'd be very interested to see how these colors compare to the watercolors. What the differences between the two would be. So I'm going to directly compare them to the watercolors in my review and also compare them to the Winsor & Newton Designer Gouache. So I picked up 12 colors, but I also did pick up their white. Now, a little bit of a story on the white paint. Don't be surprised when you see my review video and you see that I won't be reviewing the white. The reason is that it's supposed to be titanium white, which is PW6, and it is, but this also, it has a caution label on the front, says please read back panel, and when I turn it over, it says caution, contains cadmium and lead compounds. Nowhere on Dick Blick's website did it mention that, otherwise I would not have purchased it, and Blick is usually so good about labeling things, so I was kind of really surprised when I received this that it's the only one of the colors that has it, I believe, and I did go on M. Graham's website and I checked out their color chart and downloadable information, and it's the only one that has the lead in it, but from what I understand intentionally. But so you know, I mean, it's lead, you guys. I'm not messing around with that, so I won't be opening or using that one. That's my own personal preference, but I did want you guys to have that information just so that you had it, and then you could use your best judgment and make your own decision. But for me personally, that's my limit. That's my boundary. I'm not using lead in my art studio. So I also picked up the Blick 12 empty half pans because that's what I'm going to put these in. And I picked up their in-house brand of a watercolor sketcher box. So they have their own metal watercolor sketcher boxes now, which I was very curious about when I saw these be released. I have a lot of experience with watercolor metal sketcher boxes to compare these to. The thing that I don't love about this is that, well, here, I'll let you hear it. Ready? Hear that sound? So when you open it up, what's actually making that sound is that this insert is moving around a lot. It's almost as if this insert was not designed to go in this sketcher box because it's so loose and it's so much smaller. I've never experienced that before with any other brand. I have the Schmincke, I have the Lucas 1862, I have the Winsor & Newton. I've never experienced that. Why that's important is just because if you plan to take this out with you or have it in a bag, I would definitely put some glue tack or something on the bottom of this and keep it secure and in place so that you don't have any mishaps or accidents. But otherwise, this was like $11. And for $11, I'm happy with it. It's great. If you're familiar with how much these can cost, they can get very pricey. I think it's like a quarter of the price of the Schmincke. And I mean, it's not bad. It's finished all the way around the edges. There's no sharp edges, so I'm very happy with that. And it seems to be good quality. So I'm happy with it for $11 and change. Very, very happy with it. But if you were looking for a really good quality metal sketcher box and you were in the market, for a budget-friendly one, I really recommend the Lucas. This is a brand that comes from jerry's.artarama.com. It's very dirty because I use it a lot. I've owned this box for at least 6 years now, and as you can see, it gets a lot of use, and it has not rusted on me. It's smooth and finished all the way around, and I can really, in good conscience, recommend this one wholeheartedly to you guys, and it's pretty affordable. I don't think it's much more expensive than the Blick, and it's better quality in my opinion. But like I said, I am going to be making a video that will probably be coming up right after this one where I will do a first impressions of these gouaches and I will put my palette together. So if you're interested in that, be sure to subscribe so you won't miss it. And I'll be using the Winsor & Newton Designer Permanent White Gouache with these because, like I said, I'm not going to use the one with the lead in it. But I have to say that Winsor & Newton's Permanent Designer White Gouache is really, really good. I've tried a lot of white gouaches except this one. And this is the most opaque and the most solid, really white gouache of any of the other brands I've tried, and also I've had good luck paleting this as well. None of the colors from Winsor & Newton palette well, but the white really actually does, so I'm happy with it, and I'll continue to purchase the white from Winsor & Newton. So moving right along, the next thing that I picked up, and there might be a glare on this box, this is the Faber Castell 9000 pencils. I picked up a box of these, a dozen, so 12 of the 2H pencils. These are my favorite graphite pencils, and the reason that I picked up a box of just the 2H is because they're my favorite for sketching on before a watercolor, or really anytime I'm doing a sketch. They are the most smooth and just the nicest quality graphite pencils. I kind of have a grudge against the Derwent graphic pencils because too many times they ruin my drawing and have some hard bits or sharp edges in there, and so it just scries the paper and ruins it. I know I can trust the Faber Castell 9000, and I also like that their pencil, they're calling their pencil the Eco Pencil. So this wood is from a certified sustainable forestry, so that's really nice. And so yeah, I feel good about that purchase. And the 2H is pretty good. 4H would have probably been even better, but you know, I can always use a kneaded gum eraser to lift up the lines if they're a little bit too dark. I also picked up some Macron pens. No, not Macron pens. That would be interesting though, right? No, Macrons are those cookies that I showed you earlier. These are Macron pens. They're inside this bag. These are to replace the ones, I did a full review on the Macron pens, and that video did really well on my channel, actually. These are the 3 that came in that set. I liked them so much, and I used them all the way up, and they're empty now, so, and they're not refillable. So I went ahead and I repurchased them in the black. I got the 005, the 02, and the 08, which I get a lot of use out of this, actually, believe it or not. I also picked up this set, and my hair is on it. Sorry about that. So this set comes with 01, 05, and then some new to me pieces. I've never tried these ones from Pigma. Are the Pigma brush and the Pigma graphic, and this is in a sepia color, so I was excited to try these, and I'll let you know how that works out for me. But I really like the Macron pens, so I'm sure I'll enjoy them. So I also picked up a Derwent Lightfast pencil in the shade Scarlet, and this is because for Christmas I received the 100 wood box set from my mother for Christmas. Actually, I got it about a month ago, but she had bought it for me for Christmas, and I did film an unboxing video on that. I just never uploaded it, but I'm going to, I think I'll upload it right after this one. So, or if not at the exact same time, maybe I'll upload these 2 videos together. So I will actually bring just the package, the sleeve, into the frame real quick. There's probably going to be a glare. I'm sorry. But this is the Derwent Lightfast 100 wooden box. I didn't purchase this with my own money. My mother purchased this for me for Christmas. I love you, Mom, so much. Thank you. But one of the pencils had come broken, and it was the, out of all 100, only one of them came broken. It was the Derwent Scarlet Red. So, and I didn't want to email the company. I just would rather handle it myself, and I just purchased another one. It's not like the end of the world, but you'll see it in the unboxing video that I actually filmed like 2 weeks ago and still haven't uploaded, so sorry about that. But I started swatching them out already. And if you guys would like more information, want to see more about the Derwent Lightfast, I'll definitely upload that video again, probably at the exact same time. But I'm really excited about these, I'm not gonna lie, and I'm gonna do a full review on these like I did a full review on the Derwent Polychromos pencils. No, not the Derwent, the Faber Castell Polychromos pencils, and I'll compare the 2 brands and everything in the review. So be sure to stick around to the channel so you won't miss that if you're interested. And going along with that, I decided, since my mother bought me those pencils, that I was going to try some new colored pencil mediums and blenders and things. So these are from the company Brush and Pencil. I got the powder blender and the colored pencil titanium white and the touch-up texture to go along with that. Everything here is non-toxic, archival, so I'm hoping that those claims are true. That's what kind of prompted me to buy them, is because I look for that their archival is really important, but also non-toxic. The only thing that I will say about the colored pencil powder blender, touch-up texture, and titanium white is that I feel really lost on how to use this. Like, there's no instructions. I'm kind of on my own here. Anybody, if you guys have any tips for me about how to use this stuff, please put it in the comments down below, because I feel confused and lost and I don't know what to do. There's no instructions. So I assume that you prime the paper with the colorless blender and then the powder blender and then come in and use it again on top. I don't know, but these are still sealed. I haven't opened them. The titanium white, I had heard that this is like basically ground up white colored pencil, and then you mix it with a touch-up texture, which looks like a bottle of nail polish. It even has those little beads in there. Mine's kind of separated. There's like some white residue on the bottom. Is that normal? I don't know. To mix like an archival safe white paint that you can put on top. And I also picked up from the same brand, going on the same stuff, the textured fixative and the final fixative. These are also archival, non-yellowing, non-toxic, UV resistant. So that's all really great claims there. And they're shrink wrapped here, or wrapped so that they don't, like, you know, the caps don't come off in shipping. So, like I said, I got the final fixative, and then I got the touch-up texture. So, the textured fixative, excuse me. See, all these products are new to me. So, you know, I don't know. Ooh, whew, that just hit me in the face. So, all these products are new to me. So, if you guys have any suggestions or recommendations or tips or techniques that you guys like to use using the brush and pencil products for colored pencil, please let me know, because I'm a little bit intimidated and overwhelmed, to be very honest, because I've never used them before. So let me know in the comments down below if you have. Also, let me know if you've tried the M-Gram Gouache. What do you think of it? Do you like it? And yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to give me a thumbs up on your way out and subscribe. Like I said, that gouache video is coming, and that unboxing that I filmed like 2 weeks ago on the Derwent Lightfast wood box set is coming. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, have a great day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!